So now we are starting the second part of the twin pregnancy, that is prevalence of the dizygotic twin is related to the race, that is the frequency is highest among Negroes में highest रहती है, lowest among the Mongols and intermediate among the Caucasians. Hereditary के हिसाब से देखें, there is hereditary predisposition likely to be more transmitted through the female, that is maternal side से ज़्यादा transmitted होता है. Advancing age of the mother, that is increasing incidence of the twinning is observed with the advancing age of the mother. The maximum being at the age of 30 and 35. The incidence of the twins is markedly reduced thereafter. ठीक है. Influence of the parity, that is incidence is increased with increasing parity, that is especially from the fifth gravida onward. Iatrogenic, that is drugs that result in the induction of the ovulation may produce multiple fetuses to extent of 20 to 40% following the gonadotropin therapy, although a lesser extent of 5 to 6% following the clomiphene citrate. Superfecundation is the fertilization of the two different ova. What is superfecundation? Superfecundation is the fertilization of two different ova released in the same cycle. अगर दो ova same cycle में release हो रहा है, ठीक है, by the separate act of the coitus, एक अलग अलग separate act of the coitus in the same cycle, ठीक है, within the short period of the time, it is referred as superfecundation. Then superfetation is the fertilization of the two ova released in the different menstrual cycle. Fertilization of the two ova released in the different menstrual cycle. The nidation and the development of one fetus over another fetus is theoretically possible until the decidual space is obliterated by the 12 weeks of the pregnancy. Fetus preparations or the compress is the state which occurs if one of the fetuses dies early. The dead fetus is flattened, mummified, and compressed between the membranes of the living fetus and the uterine wall. It may occur in both the varieties of the twins, but is more common in the monozygotic twins and is discovered at the delivery or the earlier by the sonography. Fetus archaicus occurs only in the monozygotic twin. Part of one fetus remains amorphous and becomes parasitic without a heart. Herediform mole from one placenta and a normal fetus and placenta from the other conceptus have been observed ultrasonographically. Vanishing twin, that is serial ultrasound imaging in the multiple pregnancy since the early gestation has revealed occasional death of one fetus and continuation of the pregnancy with the surviving one. The dead fetus, if within 14 weeks, simply vanishes by resorption. The rate of disappearance could be to the extent of 40%. Maternal physiological changes, that is multiple pregnancies impose a physical change on the mother in the excess of those seen in the singleton pregnancy. There is increase in the weight gain and the cardiac output. The plasma volume is increased by an addition of 500 ml. There is no corresponding increase in the red cell volume, resulting in exaggerated hemodilution and anemia. There is increased alpha fetoprotein level, tidal volume, and the glomerular filtration rate. Lie and the presentation. The most common lie of the fetus is longitudinal. Fetus जो है longitudinal mostly होता है 90%, but the malpresentations can be quite common. The combination of the presentation of the fetus are both vertex, दोनों vertex हो सकते हैं 50% time. First vertex and the second is breech 30%. First is breech and the second is vertex 10%. Both breech 10% and first vertex and the second transverse and so on, but rarest one being both transverse when the possibility of the conjoined twins should be ruled out. The diagnosis, the history of the ovulation inducing drug, especially gonadotropin for the infertility, and the use of ART. The family history of the twinning, more often present in the maternal side. Minor ailment of the normal pregnancy are often exaggerated. Some of the symptoms are related in the undue enlargement of the uterus, that is increased nausea, vomiting in the early month, cardiorespiratory embarrassment, which is evident in the later months, such as palpitation is there, shortness of breathing is there, swelling of the legs, varicose veins, hemorrhoids is greater, unusual rate of abdominal enlargement, and excessive fetal movement may be noticed by the experienced paras mother. जनरल एग्जामिनेशन में देखेंगे तो प्रेवलेंस ऑफ अनीमिया इज मोर देन इन द सिंगलेटन प्रेगनेंसी. The unusual weight gain not explained by the preeclampsia or obesity is an important feature. Evidence of the preeclampsia 25% is common. And the abdominal examination on inspection, elongated shape of a normal pregnant uterus is changed to more of the barrel shape, and the abdomen is unduly enlarged. Palpation, the height of the uterus is more than the period of the amenorrhea. The discrepancy may become evident from the mid-pregnancy onward. The girth of the abdomen at the level of the umbilicus is more than normal average. At term 100 centimeter, the fetal bulk seems disproportionately larger in the relation to the size of the fetal head. Palpation of the too many fetal parts, finding of two fetal heads or the three fetal poles makes the clinical diagnosis almost certain. Auscultation of the two distinct heart sounds located at the separate spots with a silent area in between the two observer gives the certain clue in the diagnosis of the twins, provided the difference in the heart rate at least 10 beats per minute. Abdominal palpation करेंगे, auscultation करेंगे, may not be carried out so easily as described because of the presence of the hydroamnios, क्योंकि hydroamnios presence होगा. ठीक है. Internal examination, in some cases one head is felt deep in the pelvis while the other one is located in the abdominal examination. On occasions the clinical method fails to detect the twin prior to the delivery of the first baby. Investigation, sonography in the multi-fetal pregnancy. It is done to obtain the following information, that is confirmation of the diagnosis as early as 10th week of the pregnancy, viability of the fetuses, vanishing twin in the second trimester. Chorionicity, that is lambda or the twin peak sign is there, as you can see in this diagram. ट्विन पीक साइन क्या होता है? इन द डायकोरियोनिक डायमनियोटिक ट्विन्स gestation, the chorion and the amnion for each twin reflect away from the fused placenta to form the inter-twin membrane. A potential space exists in the inter-twin membrane which is filled by the proliferating placental villi, giving rise to the twin peak sign. Twin peak sign appears as a triangle with the base at the chorionic surface, triangle with the base at the chorionic surface and the apex in the intertwin membrane. In the monochorionic diamniotic twin, the intertwin membrane is composed of two amnions only. Color Doppler scan, that is transvaginal sonography showing twin pregnancy, thick intertwin membrane, that is twin peak sign of the dichorionic डायमनियोटिक इंटरट्विन मेम्ब्रेन, ये तुम्हें देखने को मिल रही है इसमें. ठीक है. ठीक है. प्रेगनेंसी डेटिंग, fetal anomalies, fetal growth monitoring at every 3 to 4 weeks interval for intrauterine growth retardation, presentation in the live of the fetuses, twin transfusion as Doppler study, placental localization, anatomy, and amniotic fluid volume. The chorionicity of the placenta is best diagnosed by the transvaginal ultrasound at 11 to 14 weeks of the gestation. In the dichorionic twin, there is thick septum that is more than 2 mm between the two gestational sacs. It is best identified at the base of the membrane where the triangular projection is seen. This is due to the extension of the chorionic villi into the potential interchorionic space. This is known as lambda or the twin peak sign. Presence of the lambda or the twin peak sign indicate dichorionic placenta. Presence of one gestational sac with a thin less than 2 mm dividing membrane and two fetuses, that is T sign, suggests the monochorionic diamniotic pregnancy. बायोकेमिकल टेस्ट में बात करें तो मैटरनल सेरम कोरियोनिक गोनाडोट्रोपिन अल्फा फेटोप्रोटीन unconjugated estrol is approximately double than those of the singleton pregnancy, but their values cannot diagnose clearly a twin from the single fetus. Differential diagnoses include hydromenous, big baby, fibroid ovarian tumor with the pregnancy, and ascites with the pregnancy. The maternal हम बात करें तो प्रेगनेंसी हो सकती है, लेबर हो सकता है, परप्यूरियम, फीटर कॉम्प्लिकेशंस हो सकते हैं. ठीक, मैटरनल कॉम्प्लिकेशंस में देखते हैं ड्यूरिंग द प्रेगनेंसी नोजिया वॉमिटिंग बहुत बढ़ जाता है, इंक्रीज फ्रिक्वेंसी रहेगी, सीवियरिटी बहुत ज़्यादा रहेगी. ठीक है, द अनीमिया हो सकता है ड्यू टू इंक्रीज्ड आयरन एंड फोलेट रिक्वायरमेंट बाय द टू फीटसेस. डिफिशियंसी ऑफ द फोलिक एसिड लीड टू द इंक्रीज इंसिडेंस ऑफ द मेगालोब्लास्टिक एनीमिया. प्रीक्लिम्पसिया 25% केसेस में हो जाता है, इंक्रीज 3 times over the singleton pregnancy. Exposure to the superabundance of the chorionic villi is possible explanation. Hydroamnios is more common in the monozygotic twins, usually involves the second sac, perhaps due to increased renal perfusion with the consequent increased urinary output, which may accompany the hypervolemia in the larger twin. Antepartum hemorrhage may occur with the slight increased frequency. Increased incidence of the placenta previa is due to the bigger size of the placenta encroaching the lower segment. APH हो सकता है. ठीक है, slight increase in frequency increase कर जाएगी. Incidence of the placenta previa is due to the bigger size of the placenta encroaching to the lower segment. The separation of normally situated placenta may be due to increased incidence of the preeclampsia, sudden escape of the liquor following the rupture of the membrane by the hydroamniotic sac, deficiency of the folic acid deficient है, following the delivery of the first baby due to the sudden shrinkage of the uterine wall adjacent to the placental attachment. Malpresentation quite common होता है in the twins compared to the singleton pregnancy. 70% cases में the first baby is preserved by the vertex and 50% and in the 50% both presented by the vertex. The malpresentation is thus more common in the second baby. Fortunately, the babies are usually smaller and do not pose much of the problem. The preterm labor that 50% cases में होता है, that is frequently occur. The mean gestation period for the twins is about 37 weeks. Over distension of the uterus, hydroamnios, and the premature rupture of the membrane are responsible for the preterm labor. The mechanical distress, that is such as palpitation, dyspnea, varicosities, hemorrhoids, may be increased compared to the singleton pregnancy. The complication of the multifetal pregnancy, the maternal में तो nausea हो गया, vomiting हो गया, anemia हो गया, PIH, preeclampsia हो गया, polyhydramnios हो गया, preterm labor, maternal malpresentation, APH हो गया, mechanical distress में dyspnea, palpitation हो गया, prolonged labor हो गया, operative inferences हो गया, एंड पोस्टमार्टम हेमरेज हो गया, पोस्टनेटल सपोर्ट हो गया. तो ये हो गया. अब इसमें और देख लेते हैं ड्यूरिंग द लेबर क्या होगा. अर्ली रप्चर ऑफ द मेम्ब्रेन हो सकता है, कॉर्ड प्रोलैप्स हो सकता है, likely to be increased due to the increased prevalence of the malpresentation. Cord prolapse is 5 times more than in the singleton pregnancy is more common in relation to the second baby. Prolonged labor, though theoretically expected, is practically not met. Prolonged labor नहीं होता है. This is because of the parous women with the smaller babies. The increased operative inferences is due to the high prevalence of malpresentation with associated complications. Bleeding intrapartum हो सकती है following the birth of the first baby may at times be alarming and due to separation of the placenta following the reduction of the placental size. Postpartum hemorrhage हो सकता है is the real danger in the twin. It is due to the atonia of the uterine muscle due to overdistension of the uterus, a longer time taken by the big placenta to separate, bigger surface area for the placenta exposing during more uterine sinuses, and the implantation of a part of the placenta in the lower segment which is less retractile. During the puerperium के टाइम पे increase incidence of the subinvolution because of the bigger size of the uterus, infection because of the increased operative inferences, pre-existing anemia, blood loss during the delivery, lactation failure. This is minimized by the reassurance in giving her additional support. The fetal, that is miscarriage rate, is increased especially with the monozygotic twin. Premature rate is much increased and babies suffer from the hazard. Discordant twin growth, that is some degree of the discordant growth is normal in the dizygotic twin. Cases of true pathological discordance involve estimate weight difference of 25% or more, may be due to twin transfusion syndrome, placental insufficiency, IUGR, or from the structural anomalies occurring in one fetuses. The intrauterine death in one fetus, that is more in the monozygotic twin. If a loss occurs in the first trimester, the affected fetus simply vanishes by resorption. If the death occurs during the second trimester, the fetus perishes or compresses may form. If the death occurs in the late pregnancy, there may be death in the other fetus in the presence of the vascular anastomosis. It may complicate the mother with the disseminated intravascular complications that are due to cord compression, competition for the nourishment, and the congenital malformation. ठीक है, तो ये वाली चीज़ें हैं. दैट इज फीटल क्या क्या हो सकता है. मिसकैरेज हो सकता है, वैनिशिंग ट्विन हो सकता है, फेटस पेप्रीशियस हो सकता है, appearing twin term birth, preterm birth, low birth weight babies, fetal anomalies, discordant growth, intrauterine death of one fetus, twin transfusion syndrome, cord collapse, locked twins, increased perinatal mortality, complications are more in the monozygotic twin. Monozygotic twins में और भी complications होते हैं. ठीक है. Now comes under the appearing twin. What is appearing twin? Where the diagnosis of the twin is missed on initial USG but diagnosed as twin in the later scan. Common in the monozygotic में ज़्यादा common होता है. The fetal anomalies are increased by the 2 to 4% compared to the singleton pregnancy, more in the monozygotic twins. They are in the form of the anencephaly and prosencephaly, neural tube defects, semilia, microcephaly, cardiac anomalies, or the Down syndrome. If asphyxia and stillbirth are more common due to the increased prevalence of the preeclampsia, malpresentation, placental abrasion, increased operative interferences. The second baby is more at risk. Complications are basically higher in the monozygotic twins compared to the dizygotic twins. Complications are further higher in the monochorionic diamniotic twins and highest in the monochorionic monoamniotic twins. The prognosis as compared, as we can see, the maternal mortality is increased. Maternal mortality increases जाती in the twins. Then in the singleton pregnancy, death is mostly due to the hemorrhage before, during, and after delivery. Preeclampsia and the anemia Increased maternal morbidity is due to the prevalence of the complication and increased operative inferences. Perinatal outcome, that is perinatal mortality, is markedly increased mainly due to prematurity. It is 4 to 5 times higher than in the singleton pregnancy. It is extremely high in monoamniotic monozygotic twins. बहुत ज़्यादा होता है mortality, perinatal mortality, monoamniotic monozygotic due to cord entanglement. One third losses due to stillbirth and the two-third losses are due to neonatal death. During the delivery, the second baby is more at risk, 50% than the first one, due to retraction of the uterus retract करने लगता है, leading to the placental insufficiency, increased operative inferences and increased incidence of the cord prolapse. Because of the increased risk to both the mother and the baby compared to that of the singleton pregnancy, the twin pregnancy is considered high risk, as such should be delivered in the hospital. Complication of monochorionic twins के लिए twin transfusion syndrome होता है, that is clinically ophthalmological state. It is a clinic ophthalmological state exclusively met with the monozygotic twins. Clinicopathological state that is met with the monozygotic twin, where one twins appear to bleed into the other. One twin appears to bleed into the other through some kind of the placental vascular anastomosis. The clinical manifestation of twin transfusion syndrome occur when there is hemodynamic imbalance due to unidirectional deep arteriovenous anastomosis. As a result, the recipient twin becomes larger with the hydroamnios, polycythemic and hypertensive and hypervolumic at the expense of the donor twin, which becomes smaller with the oligohydramnios, anemic and hypotensive and hypovolemic. This leads to the anemia polycythemia syndrome. The donor twin may appear stuck due to severe oligohydramnios. Difference of hemoglobin concentration between the two usually exceeds 5 gram percent, and estimated fetal weight discrepancy is 25% or more. Management, that is the antenatal diagnosis made by the ultrasound with the Doppler blood flow study in the placental vascular blood, laser photocoagulation to interrupt the anastomotic vessels on the chorionic plate can give some success. Repeated amniocentesis to control the polyhydramnios in the recipient twin is done. Septostomy, making a hole in dividing amniotic membrane. Selective reduction, that is feticide, if twin one twin is done when the survival of both fetuses is at risk. A smaller twin generally has got better outcome. Plethoric twins runs the risk of congestive cardiac failure and heart drop. Congenital abnormalities, that is neural tube defects and holoprosencephaly, are high 2 to 3 times. Perinatal mortality in the twin to twin transfusion syndrome is about 80%. Earlier the onset, poorer the diagnosis. Then dead fetus syndrome, that is death of one twin, 2 to 7% is associated with the poor outcome of the co-twin, that is 25%. Especially in the monochorionic placenta, the surviving twin runs the risk of cerebral palsy, multicystic encephalomalacia, microcephaly, renal cortical necrosis and DIC due to thromboplastin liberated from the dead twin that crosses via the placenta anastomosis to the living twin. Twin reversed arterial perfusion trap. Twin reversed arterial perfusion is characterized by the acardiac perfused twins having blood supply from the normal co-twin via the large arterial or the vein-to-vein anastomosis. In the majority of the co-twin, the co-twin dies in the perinatal period due to high output cardiac failure, the arterial pressure of the donor twin being high and the recipient twin receives the used blood from the donor. The perfused twin is often chromosomally abnormal. An anomalous twin may appear as an amorphous mass. Management of the trap is controversial. Ligation of the umbilical cord, laser or RFA of the acardiac twin under the fetoscopic guidance has been done. Monoamniosity, that is 1 to 2% of all the twins, that is monochorionic twins leads to in the monochorionic twins it leads to high perinatal mortality due to the preterm delivery, LBW, low birth weight. The congenital anomaly is mostly due to the cord problem, that entanglement, increased fetal surveillance, and antenatal corticosteroid, planned early delivery, improve the perinatal outcome. Cesarean delivery is commonly done. Conjoined twins is rare, 1.3 in per 1 lakh birth. The perinatal survival depend upon the type of the joint, and major cardiovascular connection lead to the high mortality. Antenatal management, essence of successful outcome of the twin pregnancy is to make the early diagnosis. High index of the clinical suspicion. Thorough ultrasound examinations are key to diagnosis. It is useful to make the early diagnosis to detect the chorionicity, amniosity, fetal growth pattern, congenital malformation, perinatal screening, and Apple ID is offered. Now, the advice is, that is diet. Increased dietary supplement is needed. Increased energy supply to extent of 300 kilocalorie per day over and above is needed in the singleton pregnancy. The increased protein demand to be met with increased rest at home. Early cessation of the work from 24 weeks onward is advised to prevent the preterm labor and the other complication. Supplemental therapy, iron therapy is increased extent of 100 to 200 mg per day. Additional vitamins, calcium, folic acid 5 mg are to be given over and those prescribed for the singleton pregnancy. The interval of antenatal visits should be more frequent to detect the earliest and the evidence of anemia and preterm labor and preeclampsia. Fetal surveillance is maintained by the serial sonography at every 3 to 4 weeks interval or earlier at 2 weeks in the monochorionic twins. Details of the anatomic study and the survey for the twin to twin transfusion should be done. Assessment of the fetal growth, amniotic fluid volume, AFI, non-stress test, Doppler velocimetry are carried out. The hospitalization, that is routine hospital admission only for the bed rest, is not essential. However, the bed rest even at home from 24-week onwards not only ensures the physical and the mental rest but also improves the uteroplacental circulation. This results in increased birth weight of the babies, decreased frequency of preeclampsia, prolongation of the duration of the pregnancy. To prevent the preterm delivery, routine use of the tocolytics, progesterone therapy, cerclage operation has got no significant benefit. Corticosteroid, betamethasone, dexamethasone accelerate the fetal lung maturity. Is given to the women with the preterm level less than 34 weeks. Twin develop the pulmonary maturity 3 to 4 weeks earlier than singleton pregnancy. Prolongation of the pregnancy beyond 39 weeks increases the risk. Development of complicating factor necessitates urgent admission irrespective of the period of the gestation. Management during the labor. During the labor, the place of the delivery as the twin pregnancy is considered to be high risk. The patient should be confined in an equipped hospital, preferably having intensive neonatal care unit. Vaginal delivery is not allowed when both the twins or at least the first twin is in the vertex presentation. The management of the twins during the labor. Both the twins are in vertex 50%. Twin A is vertex, twin B इज नॉन वर्टेक्स 40% केसेस में। तो हम एनाल्जेसिया देंगे, एपिड्यूरल प्रेफर करते हैं इसमें, केयरफुल फीटल मॉनिटरिंग करेंगे, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक ट्विन मॉनिटर लगाएंगे टू रन द इन्फ्यूजन ड्रिप, कंडक्ट द डिलीवरी ऑफ फर्स्ट बेबी एज यूजुअल, डिलीवर द फर्स्ट बेबी वेजाइनली, cord is divided in between the two clamp, no methogen is given here, ठीक है। Usual interval between the deliveries of the twin A and B should be ideally 15 minutes or less, certainly not more than 30 minutes. To note the lie of the second baby clinically or by the USG, ट्रांसवर्स लाई है या फिर लॉन्गिट्यूडनल है, ये चेक कर लेना है हमें। अगर ट्रांसवर्स है तो हमें एक्सटर्नल वर्जन करना पड़ेगा। सिफेलिक प्रेफरेबल होता है एज कम्पेयर टू पोडेलिक, ठीक है। हम वर्जन करेंगे, अगर वर्जन फेल हो जाता है तो इंटरनल पोडेलिक वर्जन करेंगे, ब्रीच एक्सट्रैक्शन अंडर जनरल एनेस्थीसिया एंड यूएसजी गाइडेंस, ठीक है, एंड डिलीवर टू गार्ड अगेंस्ट द पीपीएच एंड प्रेजेंस ऑफ द नियोनेटोलॉजिस्ट, ठीक है। अगर लॉन्गिट्यूडनल लाई है तो आर्टिफिशियल रप्चर ऑफ मेम्ब्रेन करो, ऑक्सीडेशन दे दो अगर नेसेसरी है। इफ डिले, अगर अभी भी डिले कर रहा है, चेक करो वर्टेक्स है तो लो डाउन है तो फोर्सेप डिलीवरी कराओगे, ठीक है। हाई अप है तो वेंटूस और इंटरनल वर्जन करके डिलीवरी कराओगे, ठीक है। अगर डिले हो रहा है, डिले ब्रीच इज देयर, ब्रीच एक्सट्रैक्शन कराओगे, ठीक है। इंडिकेशन ऑफ द सिजेरियन सेक्शन फॉर द सेकंड ट्विन दैट इज लार्जर मोर देन 20%, दैट इज सेकंड ट्विन विद द नॉन cephalic presentation, prompt closure of the cervix after delivery of the first baby, fetal distress of the second twin. First stage क्या है? Usual conduction of the first stage is outlined in the singleton pregnancy is followed by the additional precaution. A skilled obstetrician should be present. An expert experienced anesthetist should be made available on duty. Anesthetist should be informed. The presence of the ultrasound in the labor ward is helpful. Make both the external and internal versions less difficult by visualizing the fetal part. The patient should be in the bed to prevent the early rupture of the membrane. Use of analgesic drug to be limited as the babies are small and rapid delivery may occur. Epidural analgesia is preferred as facility in manipulation of the second fetus, should it prove necessary. Careful fetal monitoring, preferably electronic, is to be done. The internal examination should be done soon after the rupture of the membrane to exclude the cord prolapse. Intravenous line with the ringer solution should be set up for the urgent intravenous therapy if required. 1 unit of the compatible and the cross-matched blood should be made readily available. Neonatologist, that is, two should be present at the time of the delivery. The delivery of the first baby. First baby should be delivered conducted in the same guideline as mentioned in the normal labor. As the baby is usually small and the delivery is not does not usually pose any problem. Extended episiotomy under the local infiltration with the 1% lignocaine. Forced delivery, if needed, should be done preferably under the pudendal block anesthesia. General anesthesia is better avoided as the second baby may be subjected to effect of the prolonged anesthesia. Not to give the intravenous ergometrin, IV ergometry नहीं देना है with the delivery of the first baby. Clamp the cord at the two places and cut in between. Prevent the exsanguination of the second baby through the communicating placental circulation in the monozygote twins. Of course, it is unusual procedure even in the singleton pregnancy. At least 8 to 10% of the cord is left for the administration of any drug or the transfusion. If required, the baby is handed over to the nurse after labeling it number 1. The conduction of the labor after the delivery of the first baby, that is delivery of the second twin. The principle is to expedite the delivery of the second baby. The second baby is put under the strain due to the placental insufficiency caused by the uterine retraction following the birth of the first baby. Steps of the management, that is following the birth of the first baby, the lie, presentation, size, fetal heart sound. The second baby should be ascertained by the abdominal examination. If required by the real-time ultrasound, a vaginal examination is to be made not only to confirm the abdominal finding but to note the status of the membrane to exclude the cord prolapse if any. lie longitudinal, अगर lie longitudinal है तो low rupture of the membrane is done after fixing the presenting part on the brim. Syntocinon may be added to the infusion bottle to achieve this internal examination is once more done to exclude the cord prolapse. More vigilance is employed to watch the fetal condition. If the uterine contraction is poor, 5 units of the oxytocin is added to the infusion bottle. The interval between the deliveries should be ideally less than 30 minutes. If there is still a delay, that is 30 minutes, interference is to be done. The vertex low down है तो forceps are applied. High up if the first baby is too small. The second one seems bigger. Cephalopelvic disproportion should be ruled out. Possibility of the hydrocephalus head should be excluded by the ultrasonography. They are excluded internal version followed by the breech extraction is performed under the general anesthesia. Ventouse may be effective alternative breech. The delivery should be completed by the breech extraction. Lie transfer, that lie is transferred. It should be corrected by the external version into the longitudinal lie, preferably cephalic. If fails, podalic. If the external version fails, internal version under general anesthesia should be done forthwith. As the fetus is small, there is no difficulty in performing the internal version. It is only accepted indication of the internal version in the present day obstetric practice. The indication of urgent delivery of the second baby, that is severe vaginal bleeding is there, cord prolapse of the second baby, inadequate use of the intravenous ergotamine, that is oxytocin, with the delivery of the first baby delivered under general anesthesia, appearance of the fetal distress. Management in all the conditions, the baby should be delivered quickly. The rational scheme is given below depends upon the lie, presentation, and the station of the head. Head, if low down, deliver by forceps. If high up, deliver by the internal version under the general anesthesia. Breech should be delivered by the breech extraction. Transverse lie, internal version, followed by breech extraction under general anesthesia. However, the patient bleed heavily following the birth of the first baby. Intermediate low rupture of the membrane usually succeeds the controlling of the blood loss. Delayed delivery of the second twin has been recorded from 21 to 143 days. Delayed delivery may be associated with the perinatal death and the maternal infection. Management of the third stage, that is risk of the postpartum hemorrhage, can be minimized by routing the administration of the 0.2 mg methergine IV and oxytocin 10 international unit IM following the delivery of the second baby. The placenta is to be delivered by the control called traction. It is a sound practice to continue the oxytocin drip for at least 1 hour. Following the delivery of the second baby, a blood loss of more than average should be intermediately reduce immediately replaced by the blood transfusion already kept at hand. The patient is to be carefully watched for about 2 hours after delivery. The multiple births put an additional stress and strain on the mother as well as on the family. Mother should be given additional support at the home to look after both the babies. Indication of cesarean section. The indication are broadly divided into obstetric indication and for the twins. Obstetric indication, the placenta previa, severe preeclampsia, previous cesarean section, the cord prolapse of the first baby, abnormal uterine contraction and contracted pelvis. For the twins, that is both the fetuses or even the fetus with the non-cephalic, that is breech or the transverse presentation, twin with the complication, IUGR, conjoined twins, monoamniotic twins, monochorionic twins with the twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome, collision of both the head at the brim, preventing the engagement of either head, the management of the difficult cases of the twins, that is for Unfortunately, abnormal conditions leading to difficult delivery are extremely rare. Interlocking most common one being after coming the head of the first baby getting locked with the forthcoming head of the second baby. The vaginal manipulation to separate the chins of the fetuses is done, failing which cesarean section is necessary. Decapitation of the first baby is already if already dead, and the pushing of the decapitated head, followed by the delivery of the second baby, and lastly, delivery of the decapitated head at least saves one baby. Occasionally, the two heads of both the vertex twins get locked at the pelvic brim, preventing the engagement of either head. Possibility should be kept in the mind. Diagnosis confirmed by the intranatal sonography. Disengagement of higher head can be possible under anesthesia if failed cesarean section is alternative for the fetal interest. Conjoined twins, that is, it is extremely rare. The incidence varies 1 to 1 lakh, 1 is to 50,000. In the twin pregnancy, the incidence is from 1 inch to 900, 1 inch to 650 diagnosis. Unfortunately, the conjoined twins are often diagnosed during the delivery when there is obstruction in the second stage. Using USG, early diagnosis is made with the presence of the monochorionic monoamniotic sac with the bifid fetal pole, fetal echocardiography, color Doppler, MRI are useful to assess the degree of the organ sharing, especially the heart. The antenatal diagnosis important benefits are reduce the maternal trauma morbidity, improve the fetal survival, help to plan the method of delivery, allow the time to organize the pediatric surgical team. The management depends upon the extent of the site of the union, possibility of the surgical operation, size of the fetus, and possibility of the survival and termination of the pregnancy is an option when early diagnosis has been made. Triplet, quadruplet, etc. Triplets may be may develop from the fertilization of the single ovum with the two or the three ova. The similarly with the quadruplets or the triplets, the female fetuses usually outnumber the male one. Diagnosis is accidental. Following the sonography during the birth, clinical course complications are intensified compared to twins. Perinatal losses are markedly increased due to prematurity. Preterm delivery is most common. Usually, delivery occurs anytime between 35 to 36 weeks. Discordance of the fetal growth is more common than the twins. Perinatal loss is inversely related to the birth weight. Management is similar to the outlined twins. Average time for the delivery is in the quadruplets is 30 to 31 weeks. To improve the fetal salvage, especially in the quadruplet, it is advisable to employ the cesarean section. If there is four or more fetus, selective reduction of the fetus, leaving behind only two is done to improve the outcome of the co-fetuses. This can be done by the intracardiac injection of the potassium chloride between 11 to 13 weeks under the ultrasonic guidance. It is done transabdominally. Umbilical cord of the targeted twin is occluded by the fetoscopic ligation, by the laser, or by the bipolar to protect the co-twin from adverse drug effect. Multiple pregnancies reduction improve the perinatal outcome in the women and the triplets or more. Selective termination of the fetus with selective termination with structural genetic abnormalities may be done by the dichorionic multiple pregnancy in the second trimester by the intracardiac injection of the potassium chloride, and the monochorionic string occurred occlusion or the cord ablation is done laser. Okay.